Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
What is going on? Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence, deep within the basement of the Pentagon, and maybe somewhere in Area 51, possibly the Alamo. Shit. Maybe behooving and caveating back at Bragg, right, Josiah? Or maybe in the Cheyenne Mountain Complex where the Stargate is at. Space Force of Vandenberg Space Force Base. Yeah, I see that. I see ya. I see ya. Welcome to Sergeant's Time on this Thursday, 20 February, 2025. God, this is the longest. This has been the longest. Oh shit! Wait a minute. This is a month already into the new administration, and man, so many changes have been happening. I'll just say, and I normally, we only talk Monday edition stuff for politics, but I will say the timeline's been pretty spicy, as Doc Madness would say. I like it. It's tasty. Dulce New Mexico. Yeah, exactly that, Insomniac. Yeah. I said the trigger words because Spanky is not here tonight. And once again, when I'm left to my own devices, then it would appear that I do what I want. Usually we have me and Spanky go, hey, what are you talking about? What's going on? What do we do this? Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Oh, okay, cool. We go through the motions and go through the notes. And then, but man, I was like, she doesn't like obviously intertwining politics with military speak. However, but she knows that when she's not here, then I know immediately go to the policies in effect that are affecting veterans in our active duty and military, reserve, National Guard, and GS audience. Boy, speaking of GSs, woo! Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. There's been a lot of spicy misinformation and disinformation. What was that? Jago says, I'm from Pennsylvania, Amish country, so no ankle pics, please. Yeah, sorry. Not even a toe, right? Or the top of the foot? Oh, man. So, again, welcome to Sergeant's Time. Your LPD. Man, I'm kind of geeked out because all the notes that I have are kind of like all over the place. And again, like I said, not used to having Spanky here. She's the one that says, okay, Ken, we're going to talk about this and we're going to talk about that. And rumors. I am not going to have a desk at the Pentagon that we know of so far. And yeah, I'm pumped. I'm just in a good mood today. I am. Good mood today. A lot of misinformation and disinformation going out about what policies have been in place and what our individuals, I would say, are involving themselves in malicious compliance. Stop that shit, man. Don't make it political. Sometimes when the SecDef or our higher says something, it doesn't mean that you add to like a motherfucker to spite them because you're pissed off about it. Sorry. Every administration that I have served under with, I've roger that, 3 bags full and let's go. That's it. That's all you could say. To add to the drama just makes it worse. It just makes it worse. And also your soldiers see it. The service members, sailors, Marines, Coast Guards, Space Force Guardians. It's hard to say that, Space Force Guardians, because then I get kind of confused with like the Washington Redskins. Well, aren't they called the Guardians as well? So yeah. Hey, real quick, I just want to highlight yesterday was the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Iwo Jima. And I know that, oh, God, if you guys don't know, of course, your World War II history, we've had guests come on that have done dives looking for our, you can make a phone call. You want to make a phone call? Is that what you're saying, Mike? Or you'll make a phone call for me for the, for the desk job over at the Pentagon. But yeah, if you guys don't know, we had a guest come on before who they go out to the islands out there and do a lot of POW recoveries and all that, and just that whole thing. That it was just 25,000 casualties, including 7,000 deaths. I mean, good Lord, it was just of course, obviously the iconic flag raising of that battle. Matter of fact, let me pull up some arts and crafts here. I'll take a look. Sorry. Here we go. All right. Get some window cap in here. Everybody knows, I like the window cap. Window cap. There we go. Y'all know that, right? Everyone has seen that. The raising of the United States flag over Mount Suribachi. I'm telling you, man, that's symbolic. No, they're Redskins. Yeah, they're talking. Did you hear about that too? That the Native American tribe that represented, I guess, the individuals said they want it called Redskins again. So it's kind of like going back and forth to the woke, over woke, not woke. Is it woke? Kind of like how okay. I mean, one political line. It's kind of like how the left said Latinx for all the Latinos. You saw how that worked out. But yeah, so this is the flag raising on Mount Suribachi. A very, very symbolic image, also part of the Marine Corps Memorial in D.C. And, oof, man, that whole battle in itself. I mean, I always ask World War II veterans, specifically from there, and they ask me, have you been deployed? And yeah, and I've been deployed. Have you served during that time? And then I always get asked, do you feel like your deployment was important? Do you feel like you did? Because it's one of those things that soldiers do, and they ask. And Island was only 8 square miles, and I just can't even imagine the amount of casualties that happened during that battle. And then, I mean, they had help. Don't get me wrong. We had battleships were blasting the coastline, and of course the entire island was getting destroyed. Army Air Forces and Navy, the Navy aviation guys, they bombed the fuck out of Iwo Jima as well. But yeah, it is just one of those things to where some of those battles that you see from World War II, and then you just try to imagine that shit now. Like imagine Iwo Jima, an Iwo Jima of operation happening today, and the amount of casualties that would happen, it would just be fucking incredible. I mean, I think we'd fuck them up still. So I'm watching the game. Oh yeah, the game. Yeah, today. Is it today? That's right. Hang on. Let me check it out. Hang on. Wait, we got a game today, right? A big game. Hockey game. USA versus Canada. Ooh, man. A little spicy there. I'm gonna see some spice. Everyone, what was that? How many of them still are on the SSI registry? What are we talking about, Pip? What are we talking about? So, yeah. So, anyways, okay, yeah. I appreciate the DMs. Thank you. Are we going to cover no, this is Sergeant's time, man. If you wanted to cover the hockey game, but being the fact that it's USA versus Canada, I guess I can make an exception for some highlights there. How about that? We'll just throw some highlights up there. Let's see who's playing it right now. We can kind of stray from the format tonight a little bit. Let's see. Any live? I don't know. I'm looking, dudes. I'm looking. Appreciate you guys are just flooding appreciate the inbox there. Give me the information for the Iwo Jima's anniversary is also the anniversary of Gunnery Sergeant. Yeah, Barcelona. Yeah, he was killed there in KI. Yeah, Medal of Honor recipient. A legend. It's kind of like you hear about the legends from the Marine Corps. You hear Barcelona, you hear Chesty Puller, just little from World War II, of course. You're allowed to visit Iwo Jima by by invitation only. That's how sacred it is. Yeah, dude. That's the that to me, it's like, oof. Should have seen that one on Saturday. Yeah, the one on what are you talking about? The hockey game? The hockey game on Saturday where Canada, everybody in the audience was booing the national anthem, and we absolutely shit stomped them. Is that what you're saying? We shall hope for more shit stomping. Of course, in good natured fun, right? Sport. I want to be a sport. Good sportsmanship in this. A good citizen in this. Go get them, USA. Kick their ass. There you go. How about that? The guys from EU, how many are still on the list getting government check? Most are dead. Yeah, I think there's a couple of them like that. I think all of them, I think it's about a few that are still alive. So those are the ones that I'm talking about. So those, like I said, I a long time ago when I was a Joe, we got to meet some guys from like that. It was way back in the day when I was a young Joe, and some of them were still alive. So 51st state. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're trying to stay away from politics, but here goes Holly. 51st state. Anyways, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the inbox. I'm straying off. Whatever, Spanky. I'll do what I want. I'll stray off. Okay, so real quick, if you guys don't know, a real shout out to the well, not shout out, I should say. This is a note to the note about the New York National Guard. The New York National Guard got called. They got activated due to the fact that there were some strikes going on from the corrections officers there. And somebody asked, "Hey, what's the status for the for SAD for their pay, for active duty?" And we got something that was kind of off. Now, I'll say this, is that any time that you are activating a National Guard unit, there's got to be, I think it should be a good fucking reason to do it. But also, I'm just going to window cap again. I'm going to throw some window caps up. Let me see this. Let's show this. Let's show this document here. Let me see this document here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so, call to active duty. There you go. So this is what they're going to pay him. It's going to pay him for enlisted basic rate, January 1st, 25, blah, blah, blah. Yep, got it. Less than 30 days. And then 30 days move for SAD. And these are active duty orders. And then here's the thing that kind of stuck out to me the most. And that I figured for, and I know Angry Cops is going to look at this too, because that's kind of like his AO. But here's the thing that highlight that I kind of like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. So here's what I hope Congress, or here's what I hope the new administration would like to tackle when it comes to the way we get activated, especially when we activate our National Guard. If you guys see it right below my image where it says 30 days more, SAD, standard BAH, blah, 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 and then that double asterisk there. Current projected mission length does not qualify for BAH insurance or line of duty under SAD orders will not count as service connected. Now, mind you, these guys are going to go. Yeah, exactly that. Yep, exactly. The New York Department of Corrections is not a good reason to use their National Guard. Here's the thing that pisses me off, is that right currently there was an event. There was I guess there was a couple of upstate New York prisons that were having riots, and if you're putting these kids that are in the National Guard in this type of environment to take their jobs, any injuries that they sustain, I'm just foreseeing the future here, that any injuries that they would receive while they were conducting their duties as prison guards, specifically if there's riots, then why would you not make that service connected? Because the cops are too scared to go behind the wall. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, and that's another thing too. And Carlos, I'm agreeing with your comment, but there's a point. There's a little. There's a caveat there. Josiah, come out the woodwork and let me see my caveat there. Point. Carlos says they're going over there to get their ass kicked. I'm trying to. Ándale pues, mijo, no puedo hablar español, inglés también, so careful. To get there going over there to get their asses kicked. Okay, I think that's what you meant, right? I think you meant to say that they're going to go over there and get their asses kicked. So in a situation like that, if they're going to sustain any injuries, should any of the big prison riots happen, then I think personally, and just moi, you would think would make sense that they would be giving anything that would be a LOD to include any injuries to be a considered service connected. Dollars to donuts, anyone that typing too fast. I know, Carlos. I know how it is, man. Are you, where are you from, Carlos? I don't want to I don't want to miss how do I say this? I don't want to miss Latino you. Instead, I can't say misgender, right? I don't want to miss Latino you. Are you Boricua, man? Or you know, are you from the el otro lado, the West Coast? Only because I know a couple of Santiagos from Puerto Rico. That's why I asked. That they're Puerto Ricans and they were Boricua. So dollars to donuts. Anybody gets extended second set. Dollars to donuts. Anyone that gets extended gets a second set of 28 days order, rather than extending the orders to. Oh, okay, yeah. Sí, Ana pues. Sí, okay. Escribiendo muy rápido. Gotcha. Yeah, exactly that, Patrick. That's what they want to do. They want to keep cutting 28-day orders, 28-day orders, 28-day orders, 28-day orders, so that way they're not being extended out to receive those benefits. And to me, I think that's shady as fuck. Immediately, the order should be put 60 days. And if you go over said 60 days, because I have a feeling the way the striking stuff happens, this just came out of the nowhere, kind of nowhere. I mean, I didn't see. I have not seen at all. Just come out of nowhere. Like, I didn't see in the news. Not Boricua. Pip. Get it right, dude. Boricua? Are you trying to see Bonita or something like that or whatever? Boricua? Boniqua? It's Boricua, not Boniqua. At any rate, this came out earlier this morning or late last night, and it hit the news, and the main page posted it up as well. And so this is one of those things where, like, oh, wait a minute, this is pretty quick. And this was the Hochul, she is the governor, Kathy Hochul, said she was going to send the National Guard, the New York National Guard, to prisons on Wednesday if the corrections officers continue to strike. Hochul announced Tuesday that she's mobilized the National Guard to protect the corrections officers who are still on the job, as well as inmates. The quote unquote, and this is what she said, the illegal and unlawful actions taken by a number of corrections officers must end immediately. Kind of funny, huh? Certain things it's okay for people to strike, but other things people aren't okay to strike. I don't know the New York dynamic when it comes to the corrections officers and their authorization or ability to strike. So I'm not familiar with that world. So I don't want to speak for anybody and all that. And we will not allow these individuals to jeopardize the safety of their colleagues and incarcerated people and the residents of communities surrounding our correctional facilities, unquote. And the governor had directed, I need a Latin phone. Yeah, exactly that. You have exactly that, Pip. You have a racist ass Android phone. Okay. Side note. One time I was shooting the shit with Pip, and then one time I have it in different keyboards and stuff, and threw a couple of words out there, and then he's like, "What?" So it was a English, Spanish, German, freaking conversation. So the governor has directed her administration to meet with union leadership to resolve the work stoppage. Corrections officers are represented by the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association, or NYSCOPA. I know how the Army is. We like to, if you're in the military, if there's an acronym, we try to pronounce it like it's a word. So NYSCOPA, which is the NYSCOPBA. So all the New Yorkers in the chats, man. Ooh, I didn't realize that you guys were so, man. In fact, let's do an update on. Let's check on that. Let's do a check. Let's see what's going on over here. This was about 8 hours ago. Okay. And this was at the Riverview prison emergency that happened about 8 hours ago. No correction officers or staff members review corrections. ICE, do you have ex-wives or languages that you're fluent in, or do the numbers match up for obvious reasons? Are you saying that my multilingual prowess has me said spouses, ex-spouses, girlfriends, and side pieces to that effect? You never know. You never know. Kings don't kiss and tell. Sorry. So there was a Riverview prison emergency, but let me see if this had to do with anything with the National Guard stuff. And so I don't know. I know in the New York news, they tried to limit the amount of connection to the prisons and the strikes. Hi, how are you? Can I get a number 10 with diet soda? Oh, replace the fries with onion rings. From the director of Out of Toilet Paper and I Need a Plunger to the third long-awaited installment that has people on the edge of their seat, the bathroom. I don't even know what's up with that, Baconator. Okay, so let's see what's going on over in the New York thing here. So let's see. Let me see some right here. All right, let's see what's happening. And I'm trying to see if there's a connection. I know this is sort of kind of pseudo Sergeant's time related because it has to do with the fact that the National Guard is being activated. So I guess we're cool to talk about the Navy Guard. So let's see. Let me pull up a real quick quip, I guess you would say, from the news out there. That way we can see what's going on. Yeah. Let's go. See what's up. All right, let me get the screen here right, so that way I'm not dumping stuff on you guys. So there you go. Let's see what's going on. Let's go on Riverview and see if it has to do anything with the. I am seeing this at the same time as you are, so let's see what happens.
Inmates and corrections officers. It was around 20 staff members to nearly 500 inmates in a dormitory-style medium security prison. Around 3 a.m., staff decided the conditions were unsafe and eventually pulled back into the administrative building where they were more secure. They called for help, which included CERT, a corrections emergency response team from Albany. The inmates controlled the 10 dormitories there until around 6 o'clock this morning. With the facility back in state control by 7 a.m., no workers were hurt. 2 inmates were treated on scene. A retired corrections officer outside Riverview today told us how he felt about what happened overnight inside.
And last night, with everything that happened during the night, it was very scary. I couldn't imagine being in their shoes in there. 25 years in corrections, things have changed in corrections.
And here's the state's response to what happened at Riverview, saying an incident occurred in which staff vacated their posts, leaving the dorms unsupervised, adding today marks day 4 of the illegal strike staged by corrections officers.
Hang on, there we go. I had my mic off. Sorry, my bad. Let me see that right there. Yeah, my bad. I saw the mic. Shit, I saw it. I didn't see the things going up. There you go. So yeah, transfer to Gitmo. Oh man, speaking of Gitmo, Gitmo's been in the news too. Yeah, I see it. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the delay. Wait for the delay. There we go. You guys didn't hear my side conversation then. Anywho, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if this strike continues, and we'll see if they. I don't know. I've not seen anything else about it aside from that article that we posted. And let's see. I'm not muted. I'm still going. Okay, I'm gonna wait for everybody to finish now. To give me a signal that I'm not muted because we have a delay because we're bouncing all over the webosphere. Okay, there we go. I see one thing there. Thanks. Shit. In other news, let's see. Now that's the only New York story I'm going to cover. In other news, DFAX, the mess hall, chow hall. Now you guys remember the little rant that I made about all that money that was taken from soldiers. Now, there's been arguments that have gone back and forth on how soldiers chow and BAH. One argument was, you shouldn't worry about it. The money was going to them, but not really. And it was not really going to them to begin with. So I guess you don't have to worry about it. It's just going to other pool of money. Okay. The embezzlement. Exactly. The embezzlement halls. I think they are scamming the soldiers. Let's put it this way. If an entitlement is being paid to you and then being taken out, that it's supposed to go somewhere, i.e. separate rations or BAS, basic allowance for substance, if it's supposed to go to a fund to help the DFACs, I should say with their food, their facilities, I've no idea. I'm not a G4 person, so I have to hit up some of my food service friends to ask, how about that stuff happen? Death from them. What was it? Major Register Act affects all National Guard soldiers in the global war on terrorism become combat wounded during their place in active duties that stayed home. Register. Yeah, Mitch, you're gonna have to be a little more. So I got a comment in the chats there. Mitch says the major. Whoa! Hang on. The Major Register Act affects all National Guard soldiers from the global war on terrorism, and that became combat wounded during their place of active duties. Okay, it's still stay home. I see what you're saying now, Mitch. I got you now. Oh yeah, that's another pile of controversy there too. So we got some feedback in the inbox saying that, the money was never going to go back to them anyway, so why are they complaining about it? If you're paying soldiers BAS and then taking out of, and then they're not getting it, and you're saying that money is supposed to go to the DFACs for food, it's not supposed to go to a magic fucking pool of money for other people to stick their hands in. Just the same thing with basic allowance for housing, BAH. If that money is being paid to the soldier, but it's not given to them, they're not receiving the money, but the money is supposed to go to better privatized housing, then there you go. I don't know how hard it is. How do I say this? I don't know how difficult it is that if you're taking this amount of money and not giving it to the soldier, saying that it's going to go somewhere else, I don't see how that's not fucking embezzlement, thievery. Well, they were never going to get the money anyways. Oh, okay, yeah, fine. Then we should have, like I said before, we should have Texas Roadhouse style like fucking chow halls then. Exactly that. That's a $46 PB&J sandwich there, son. Yeah, exactly. Hope you like that peanut butter crunchy Jif there. That just cost you some money. I would just have rather you just pay the soldier. Just pay the soldier. At this point, just pay the soldier the fucking the chow money, the BAS, the separate rats. You mean like Golden Corral? Hey, dude, Golden Corral, fucking Texas Roadhouse, I don't care, whatever suits you, but the money needs to be, if you're getting that amount of money, how hard is it? I'm getting heated. Got to fan myself with my AER propaganda. Make sure you donate to AER, American Army Emergency Relief, serving all of our soldiers retired and active duty. I said American. Will go. Fort Campbell has a Texas Roadhouse. Suck it. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that, John? Fort Campbell has a fucking Texas Roadhouse? Isn't this why there's a guy taking people's names when you're going to the chow hall so that way they know how much money to embezzle from the government? Are you talking about head count? When you got to send a soldier to the DFAC to set for head count? Why do it? Arm wrestling for eggs. Exactly that. Dude, Campbell's got a Texas Roadhouse? Holy shit. Suck it, brag. Brag. So this is once again, I'm gonna keep hammering this because I think it's bullshit. Either just give the soldiers the fucking money to begin with, and also DOD needs to investigate why this amount of money didn't get allocated to the DFAC when the input from the influx of money from the soldiers, of their meal deductions, of their pay deductions. Shit, $420 a month. Look at you. Look, imagine the chow you eat, $420 a month. Right next to the Pentagon. The Pentagon. What is the Pentagon? That's a new one. I've never heard. What? The Pentagon? The Pentagon, not the Pentagon. Hey, Doge DOD, go get it. Go get it. Go to the DFAC. I want to know where all this money went to this magic pool of money where everyone has access funds to, and it just goes everywhere. That's why when I hear somebody going, oh, it's a different line of funding. It's a different pool of money. Nah. You just fucking proved that it's not. Speaking of DFACs. The pool should be able to replace the barracks. Yeah, right, dude. That's 2 write-ups and term formation for the CFO. What? What is that, Musa? What are you trying to say? Term formation? So speaking of DFACs, we got this in right before fire all the generals. Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. Fire some generals. Do we need said generals sometimes? And is there a general that needs to run the joint? I'll never forget our cooks. None of them wanted to be a cook, and they were all reclass soldiers. Yeah. Wait until everyone's making masa and eating tamales. What's up with that? So, case in point, if all this money is supposed to be going to soldiers for their DFACs, then why is the Blackjack Warrior restaurant closed until further notice? Sports Bar says, what do you hear? What do you say? Fire all the CSMs. It's looking at this point. There's a lot of motherfuckers that need to get fired, actually, because the inbox has been spicy lately. Again, this is an inbox input right here, by the way. Just received this. Blackjack Warrior restaurant is closed until further notice. Please go to Theodore Roosevelt Warrior Restaurant for service. Legends Avenue, Fort Cav. All right. Okay. So when a DFAC closes, it's supposed to be around the area of where soldiers live. Not all soldiers have POVs. Not all soldiers have cars. So what you gonna do about them kids who have no POV? Let's see. Doink. There you go. So you imagine you're at the fucking motor pool. You're out there wrenching. And the next thing you know, you have you walk over to the DFAC. Oh, hey, just gotta make it just in time. DFAC needs to get skull doged. Ooh, skull doged. Ooh, I like that. The DFAC needs to get skull doged. Kind of like skull dragged. I like that. So we asked the individual who was of no POV. Hey, send us a screenshot of where you're at and how far is the Roosevelt DFAC. And because you have no POV, so soldier went to the DFAC. Said, "Oh shit, I'm hungry. I gotta get to the DFAC." Shows up, sees the sign, and goes, "Damn, it's the 3.4 mile walk." Exactly that, Insomniac. I'm just letting everybody soak it in for a second. I know you guys are starting to marinate it. What the fuck? That's across the base for all the people without a POV showing up for PLC. Yeah. So now this Joe who has no POV has to walk 3.4 miles because the DFAX is closing soon, as you can see. This is why we ask you guys to use the collaborative app of Hots and Cots. Please use it. I don't understand why everyone's so freaking out about Doge doing their stuff anyways to the DOD. Hell yeah. I want to see it. I want to see all of it. I served under somebody who said, if you didn't know what your fucking job was in this headquarters, I will fire your ass on the spot. That's what we need. That's what we need. $1 taxis. Yeah, $1 taxi. There's going to be an enterprising individual that's going to say, "Hey, if you want, DFAC runs, pay me $1." Is that what you're saying? Just Venmo me some money. I have a great thing to Doge to look into. Ooh, I know, PZ, what you're talking about. Yeah. John says, if he was 3.14 miles, at least he'd have some PT. So he's going to run 3 miles. You're so mean, John. The Joes these days. Jam vans back on post. I remember those. Damn. Carlos, man, how old are you, bro? Shit, I remember that stuff back in the day. Little shuttle vans that would take you around and all that stuff. That's over in Patton Park. Yep, exactly that. Exactly. So now the troop who just got off work, who went to the DFAC, saw it was closed, has to walk, closing soon, of course, 3 miles away. I can make that in 15 minutes. Yeah, but if you're walking to the DFAC already, dude. Yeah, back in Operation Desert Nam. Uphill, both ways. Barefoot. I want to take a break. And I'm glad you said that. Back in Nam, take a gator, uphill both ways, barefoot. We'll take a break, and then we'll discuss a similar rucked both ways, uphill in the snow, barefoot. Remember that. We take a break right quick, and you guys are gonna be tripping out. Fire half the generals that mentally masturbate all day. Damn. Okay, Mitch. I was gonna say individuals that waste a lot of time, but making soldiers do things that they probably would be better off doing something else. But yeah, okay. Mentally masturbate. Navel gazing. Is that what you're saying? We'll be right back. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
A soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army W.T.F, you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Stuck in the mud so deep, and then that rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeants rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army W.T.F, you can't deny. Army W, the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army W, the force, the madness we know. The mud so deep, a memory, no time for sleep. Immersed treated like golden hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeants rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army W.T.F, you can't deny. Army W, the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army W, the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wildlings roam, every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange, Army W, the force, it never will change. She'll raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say, Army W, the force, every single day.
Wear a condom? We're in Fayetteville. No one gets STDs here.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Back. Last half of Sergeant's time running solo because Spanky's out. So I'm just running him up. Broadcasting deep within the basement of the Pentagon. Hopefully. I know I'm talking to some peeps. Hey, yo, well, let me slide over and throw a quick live from the Pentagon. You never know what can happen. You'll never know. On this 20 February 2025, the longest. Actually, no. Somebody said it's actually, you're right. We're a month into to the administration, and everybody's like, "Woo, man, spice." Our last story that I wanted to talk about, and this caused a little bit of controversy here, but controversy on one social media platform, but it's going to get posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments Facebook page. And this is one of the things that someone highlighted on social media, and I kind of flipped it around. It was just an irony that the timing of the story and the term is that there is no business, there's no NCO business, only leader business is something officers say when they want to know what the NCOs are talking about, which I find it funny. It is kind of true. Little nosy ass officers sometimes can be, how it works. It's always been that little divide that we've always had in the service between NCOs and officers. But I kind of flipped it around. I kind of looked at it from this perspective. And I said that, hey, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip this thing, like flip mode. You know what I'm saying? Flip mode. Well, because Mom always said when I was a shorty, you guys don't know Busta Rhymes flip mode. Anyways, give me some more. At any rate, so I kind of flipped it around. I'm going to show you an image right now. And this goes back to the comment that I said before the break about rucking uphill both ways, barefoot. We had that happen. There's that. Hang on, let me adjust that right there. Shout out to Colonel Keller. 1st SBCT out at 4th Infantry Division. Man, 4th ID's been hitting the news a lot. It's been hitting the TL a lot. Well, we know it's been hitting the TL a lot, but a lot of people don't know that some of the stuff that's been posted. Obviously, if you look at the snow, I guess, it's still snowing out there. At any rate, so now this right here is Colonel Keller, okay? And he's wearing, as you notice, he's wearing socks. I don't know if you can get the camera or you can focus in a little bit. He's wearing socks, right? And he's holding boots. So a battalion, 138 Infantry, was doing EDRI PT this morning, ran by the brigade staff, and a junior soldier from 138 had winter boots on with no insoles. Now, quote, we got one of the quotes. It's Colonel Keller, shown, 1st Brigade, gave him his own boots to wear to ensure his feet didn't get messed up, and returned from the event wearing just his socks, walking through snow and ice in his socks. He motivated the soldiers the entire time to push them through the frigid conditions. I guess it must have been pretty cold out there. And I posted on social media, and like I said, this is going to get on the Facebook, the rotation there on the schedule. And I said, to me, that the NCO that is responsible for that junior troop should be crushed. If the colonel has to get down to the squad level, then you as an NCO have allowed officer business to enter your lane. Boy, I got a lot of DMs. What do you mean? You know, the soldiers have personal responsibility too. I don't care. Your job as a non-commissioned officer, once you put those stripes on your chest or, collar, sleeve, whatever you want to call it nowadays, whatever we decided. So once you have that rank on your chest and you are a non-commissioned officer as a sergeant, your job is to ensure personal responsibility is happening. PCCs and PCIs, of course, but it's your job. Because I guarantee it. Now, when I say crushed, I don't mean like rank taken off, but a lesson learned. Some of my friends were like, man, that dude needs to smoke his whole platoon. He needs to smoke his platoon. His first sergeant needs to climb some ropes, because that's a bragism thing. If you fuck up or something like that, you climb the ropes to brag, and you come down and knock out some push-ups and climb some ropes and all that. It's kind of like smoke. You're smoking them, right? I just didn't expect to ever see a full-bird colonel take his boots off and then hump a ruck in socks. He could. I think exactly the only colonel that could use the uphill both ways excuse. Yeah, exactly that. He's the only colonel that I think I know that can probably say, because we've have it documented. Somebody said there was some video out there of him motivating the troops, so we're seeing if we're going to get some video of that. But to me, I'm just saying, to me, I think that sergeants should have checked on that troop. PCCs and PCIs are important, yes, even all the way to the nitnoid level. How come you're walking funny, troop? I don't have any insoles. The fuck do you mean you don't have any insoles? What happened? Now, most packing lists, when you ruck, and there is a standard, whoa, a lot of people were getting mad at me when I said this. That you guys are W.T.F moments, you're for the soldier. You know what? I'm kind of like, I'm sticking up for the colonel here. Hey, good job, sir. Outstanding. It is appreciated that you did that. I'm going to go talk to your sergeant now. That's what I would have, like, hey, roger that. I'm going to talk to the sergeant. Hey, sergeant, what's up with the packing list? Why didn't this soldier, again, and I'm going to keep drilling this down. You as a non-commissioned officer, hang on, let me get this. You guys have seen the picture enough. Let me look at you. You as a non-commissioned officer are there to ensure that personal accountability happens. You're where the axe meets the stone, the rubber meets the road, right? You're lucky you don't polish boots anymore. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Polishing the colonel's boots for the rest of the month. That's funny. Yeah. If you polish boots, I'm like, we don't polish boots anymore. Okay, gotcha. So if we still polish boots still, then that soldier should be required, and that NCO should be required to polish the colonel's boots for the. Okay. There you go. There we go. Lead by frostbite. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that it was too far for me to say that they should be crushed? Again, shout out to Colonel Keller. Shout out, they're doing good things out there. Some of the photos of the week that you guys have seen, I think the last couple ones have been from 1st Brigade, 4th ID. Some other ones too for 1st Armored Division too. Some of the tank ones are pretty badass. But yeah, so I've got a lot of mixed reviews and some friends that were like, "Fuck yeah, dude, that dude should be smoked." So a lot of it, personal accountability. Nah, it's your job. It's your job as a non-commissioned officer to ensure personal accountability happens. Leads you to the promised land, right? Yep, exactly that, Mike. Gesture was commendable. However, asses should have been kicked. So this is when we always hear about officer business and NCO business. Because when NCOs don't ensure that personal accountability is happening, then that's when officer business gets in our lane. And people can be like, holy shit, I'm taking the officer side. I'm not, no, dude. I'm not taking the officer side at all. So, but it is partly true that, only leader business is used when officers want to know what we're talking about. Just like the smoke pit, right? You're walking by the smoke pit, you're a senior NCO, or you were a Joe and you were in the smoke pit and you saw a senior NCO walking by, everyone shut up. Oh shit, hang on, he's coming over here. Hey, Sergeant. Hey, First Sergeant. Hey, Sergeant. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that motherfucker. That's usually what happens. Let's get Jay. Hey, what's up, Jay? Let's get angry and break something. We have not. I don't think we have. Have we been angry lately? The NCO didn't recruit these dunces. Yes, I know, man. I know. But if the proverbial scar tissue on my forehead, how many times it banged my head on the wall or on my desk, and god damn. But you didn't think the freaking I wonder if that soldier's gonna forget his boots again or forget the insoles in his boots. Musa's asking my question, have you seen a warrant officer? Of course I've seen a warrant officer. Yeah, I've seen a warrant officer. You talking about the walk-in warrants? Yep, think that line's been crossed. So again, just something to think about. That's gonna get posted tomorrow. I think tomorrow on the main page. But that was something that I kind of sneak peeked it on Twitter. You could follow me at the IO Guy at Twitter on Twitter. At the IO Guy. So, what's up, everyone? Can I get an anger real quick? Yeah, rabble. Grab them pitchforks, Jay. So again, and like I said, some of the comments in here, I'm just like, woof. Isn't First Sergeant considered a platoon daddy? No. He's responsible. Everyone, even the officers. Yeah. Everyone's saying, I would have spoke. My First Sergeant, and some of the comments that I got. My First Sergeant would have the entire chain of command in the front line arrest. If it was his team leader, First Sergeant would have made me wear insoles on 550 cord around my neck for a week. Make hazing great again. Oh, man. Another one has agreed the NCO should have caught and held accountable. The colonel also did the right thing, led by example. In a perfect world, the BC would light up the company commander who lights up the PL and the PL, platoon sergeant and the kid. Will that happen? No idea. We don't know. That's just a teaching point that I said. Again, so again, I'll just say this right now. Colonel Keller could be that one guy that could finally say, I rucked uphill both ways. In socks. In 3 feet of snow. So shout out Colonel Keller. Yeah, it's all with Zonk after that. Exactly. All right. So, and I did notice too, I got a bunch of insoles when I posted it on Twitter. Here, let me show you what the timeline looked like when I posted it on Twitter. There we go. So here is the image from Twitter that I posted, and this is on my Twitter account. And then you scrolled it down, and the next thing you know, I started getting ads. I started getting ads for insoles. Thanks, Elon. Didn't think I needed insole ads, but it was for. I appreciate it. Yeah. So there you go. That was what I wanted to talk about to you guys tonight. Oh, yeah, let me check the score. Yeah, it's X now. I'm sorry, X. Agreeing again and again. Let's see. Look at that. Somebody asked what the score was. Let's check and see what the score is. So, USA and Canada. I don't see the score. You don't want to see the score yet? Let's see. Save versus. See, I'm sorry. I don't have a producer. I don't have a Jamie for our. We don't have Jamie like somebody like Jamie. Oh, everyone's dropping the comments. Fuck Canada, whatever. Now, don't get mad. It'd be like saying fuck the Chiefs. Let's see. Let's see what the status is of the sports. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to go here to so it looks like it's 1-0, or no, it's tied. I'm sorry. Is it tied? See, that's the thing. Everyone's all over the place on this stuff. What about the Navy? Oh, yeah, the Navy. That's going to be a story posted. Kind of like, we knew this was going to happen. The USS Truman commander was relieved after a collision And we kind of like knew that was going to happen. Because, you know, anytime in the Navy, if you bump boats, you're going to get relieved. That's just the way it is. Baconator. I like that. I like that description. That's not snow. That's frozen cloud tears because God cried from witnessing awesomeness. In reference to the Colonel Keller image. It's going to be posted soon. So, man, this coverage sucks. Everyone talks about the coverage for, matter of fact, let me just go to Google. That's SOP, Skipper always goes. Yep, exactly that. Exactly that. That's just SOP. Yeah, exactly. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's 3-1 or something like that. Oh no, after the US beat them. Yeah, everyone's these scores here. You can't ever. Yeah, dude, are you kidding me? It's like, okay, live scoreboard and make sure the sound's off. So right now it's 1-1. Right now, currently. So 1-1 right now at the championship of the 4 nations between the US and Canada. So right now it is 1-1. Canada 1, USA 1. Go USA. Do you think Canada should be the first say? I think Canada should be Canada. How do I say this? I don't care. I think Canada should be Canada. Do I think it needs a 51st state? I just think it's Canada is Canada. That's it. I have no Musa, Canada, Panama, Greenland. Yeah, I'm neutral, partial, and impartial to that. We'll see what happens, type of thing. But I do know that Canadians online are talking some shit. So they would be better off. Plus, look at all that great hunting and fishing ground. That's what Mike says. I'll be honest with you, Mike, though. I mean, could you imagine a forest fire happening there? Because then some of the laws of poor conservation practices that are done in California, like not having any controlled burnings and the water management there. Could you imagine that happening in a large state like Canada? Now, it would be funny to see, so that way you could shit talk Texas. But that's just me. Holly says, I think America is getting enlarged. Oh, yeah. All right, Holly. Getting enlarged, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's what she said. Sorry. Anyways, this is Sarge's time. Again, thanks, Spanky, for not coming on, so I can go off hinge, go unhinged. So let me see. Let me do the graphic here. Justin Bieber needs to be deported. This is Sarge's time. Of course, myself and Spanky. Bringing you all Army news and LPD stuff. Unless she's not there, then I kind of go off the rails a little bit. Always promote. Of course, AER. AER does not sponsor us. However, we ensure that you donate to AER. So that way, it's helping out soldiers and retirees. FTX. I think tomorrow was a bye week. I think it's a bye week tomorrow. A bye week tomorrow, I think, for FTX. And then co-ops, Saturday co-ops, weekend co-ops with Nemo, WTF Nation Gaming, or WTF Nation Gaming, or Valor Gaming, or Stack Up. So yeah, that's packed. That's a packed Saturday. And then Sunday, of course, what do you hear? What do you say? Coach and the actual King Smith for the WTF Nation Radio's Sports Bar. Monday, we have, Monday, the Monday edition. And we got a guest. So this guest had to reschedule. So I think now we're good to go. This guest that we have next week, it's Anthony Anderson. You guys remember Anthony Anderson? Now he's appeared twice on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio way back in the day. You guys know his site, Guardian of Valor. And he's the one that investigates all stolen valor claims. And it is, man, it's going to be a reunion because it's been minutes since he's come on and so much has changed. And it just, I can't wait to have Anthony. Anthony's a bro. He's a good friend of mine. I mean, we know each other for almost 2 decades. God, man, it's almost been that long. And he's going to come on and join us and just see what he's up to, see what's been going on with him, and talk about the world of stolen valor and all that, different laws and shit. Of what's been involved. People like to misconstrue stuff, and I can't wait to have him come on because, of course, post-election season and all that, he was instrumental in a lot of debunking information and misinformation and disinformation from straight lies that people were posting on the web. So that's on the Monday edition, and of course, if you follow him on Stolen Valor at Stolen Valor 1 on Twitter, and buy him a coffee. Matter of fact, let me just do that right now. Let me just put him in the chats. There's Stolen Valor 1. Let me throw a share. And I'm going to... Oops. Let's see. Wrong account. Yeah. There you go. I'll put his X inside there. So go to X and follow him there. He's pretty active on there on X. Puts out a lot of great information. So he's going to be my guest on Monday, on the Monday edition. And then of course, Tuesday is Michael Carrasquillo, also known as CQ, the pop culture warrior, with his angry staff, Mad Mike and Angry Elf. He's out doing some hoity-toity stuff right now, I think. What's he doing right now? I think he's out doing some, let's see, he's, because he's in demand, right? We only send him on the, we only send him on the cool stuff because he cleans up well. So if I were to go, or we were to go, maybe you might catch me on some good events. So CQ right now, yeah, awards dinner, National Press Foundation. What's up with that, CQ? Repping the WTF Nation. It's pretty cool. So looking forward to see what he's got going on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll come back and tell everybody what's going on. Then, of course, Wednesday, the Sorents. Radar and TZ. Remember I was telling about the smoke pit? Those 2 Sorents right there. They're the ones that go, quiet. There's someone's coming. Hey, Sar. They wait for the NCO to walk by and they go, hey, did you see this right here? And then, of course, back here to Sergeant's time. Thursday, your NCO, PD, LPD, complaining about the Army, PD. I don't want to say that. People are going to take that out of context and say, see, told you, all he does is complain about the Army. I already got a group of CSMs saying, some CSMs and SGMs in a Facebook page calling me an insider threat. He's trying to weasel in his next Marvel movie. Exactly. Yep. So, yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Anthony Anderson to come back. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you share, like, and follow. We're broadcasting live on 5 different platforms. 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And, of course, on X at WTF Nation Radio. Before we get a grin again and again. Love that Joker. Anyways, so make sure you share, like, and follow. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. And shots. See you.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Reigns. Officers orders driving us insane. ATF 0 dark 30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Running marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters we rise. Army life is a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant's fury echoing in the air. Discipline and duty we all must bear. Battle bodies by our side in the fight we share. In the face of danger we dare. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Zones and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle on the line. It's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our sin. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.